Well, at the start of this turn, the first thing that happens is there's a giant bright flash. Hoi Chummers! Before we get started, if you enjoy our content, do us a favor, give it a like if you're on YouTube, or rate the episode if you're listening on your favorite audio platform. Those interactions do go a long way with helping us reach other like-minded Shadowrun individuals. We did hit our goal of 500 subscribers on YouTube, and that is thanks to you guys. Thank you so much. But now, let's hit 500 more. Last time we were all together for this wonderful ride, our team had acquired an ex-girlfriend, had brought her into the FBI, who had the mob lieutenant that they wanted to talk to, finally got the two paired together. It was a lovely reunion. Then somebody, I'm not naming names or pointing fingers, somebody opened the curtains to the apartment room. And then there was a loud thunder crack, and suddenly the mob lieutenant was, there's a joke here somewhere about not getting ahead in life anymore. But, you know, I'm sure you'll figure it out. Anyway, definitely go watch that to get all caught up before diving on into this one. But before we get started, let's take a word from our sponsor.
Yo, Shadowpunks, here's a shadow fact for you.
Berlin. It's a bug, not a feature. Not a feature.
We are a German actual play Shadowrun podcast.
Hoi Oma, willkommen in Berlin, willkommen im Status F. Ein Shadowrun 6 Actual Play Podcast.
Yeah, that's right. A fucking German actual play. Our podcast is edited fast-paced, we get super high production value, and the sound design is top-notch. In our AP, we focus on character development and immersive storytelling. Oh, come on, ChatGPT, that is so fucking generic, absolutely bullshit, nothing saying. You need to highlight the things that set us apart from other actual plays. Like, that we are very, very focused on the rules. Because we play in Germany, and in Germany you play by the rules. Also, fun fact, we only use military march music for the score. Yeah, okay, that's a total lie. But anyhow, slot your Saxonian lingo soft and give us a listen everywhere where you find podcasts. And now back to the show.
Okay, you guys. Let's see if I remember all this right. Gunshot, window, glass breaking, head explosion, initiative. I think that's what we're at.
When the glass breaks, can I pop my reflex trigger?
You can roll reaction to pop your reflex trigger.
Perfect.
All right. To nobody's surprise at all, Ghost, you, sir, get the first turn. Just to let you know what's going on, since you had the drone that was watching the window, you did see it shatter, which is why you're getting to roll initiative.
So over the comms,
That wasn't me.
and can I use my spy drone to see if I can catch a glimpse of whoever it was?
Sure can. Roll me that sensor. All right, so from 2 or 3 blocks down the road, you think you get a glimmer of something from a taller building that looks down on towards this area. Whatever it is would be on the roof.
Okay. Can I spend my turn moving my my fly spy over there?
Sure can. All right. Next to go in the initiative pass are 2 of the FBI agents, one of them being Kevin. He leaps over the counter into the kitchen. And the orc that you saw on your way in falls backwards over the chair that he was sitting on and kind of puts it up, and he goes to draw his sidearm out of its holster, his shoulder holster. And the orc just starts shouting.
Don't shoot, put your hands up.
And then Amaging.
I'm going before Bear. What?
He rolled a
What?
6, you rolled a 9.
What?
Yeah.
All right, so the orc is pulling his weapon.
Yeah, he's in the process of unholstering, shouting.
Put your hands up. Don't move. Don't shoot.
Is there like a tea kettle or anything in like a heavy metal object in the kitchen area?
There's a coffee maker and pot, and it's full of coffee.
Okay. I want to cast Levitate on the pot of coffee and then yeet it at the guy pulling his gun's face.
Okay, roll away. Flying from the kitchen directly at the orc. While the coffee pot is starting to pick up speed, Bear, what are you doing?
So Kevin dove into the kitchen, like over the island. Is there?
Yes, he did.
Do I see like a pot rack or like pans hanging on the walls?
No, there are no pans hanging on the walls.
Man, I was gonna grab a frying pan. Finally, do the trailer thing. All right, I'm following Kevin, and I'm just gonna try and grapple him so he can't shoot Amaging because I assume he's going for a gun.
Okay, roll me your athletics. You'll be running over and leaping over the counter at him.
Okay. Oh, and pop my reflex trigger for next go round.
Last guy in the room decides he's going to grab the girl that you brought, like dive at her over the couch, putting his body over her to protect her. It's funny, you have 3 people diving in the opposite direction, one diving towards, and then a menacing coffee pot. Okay, Ghost, it is back to you, sir. Your fly drone is about halfway to that location.
Can I start zooming in and taking pictures as I continue to get over there?
Yeah, you can. It's a shroud kind of look. You can't really tell what's quite there, but there's definitely something as there's a shimmer. It's like looking through a heat wave.
Okay. Can I take a shot at this thing from my Ares Guardian?
Yeah, if you want to.
Which is still stationed further away. It's like several blocks away, so whatever that distance is.
So your shot rings out and it does hit. What you're gonna see from the hit from your spy drone is there's some kind of like flicker, maybe almost a spark of some kind. But in the next few seconds, whatever it was that you hit explodes on the top of the roof.
That wasn't expected.
The orc has pulled his gun and is training in Amaging's direction at the very same time that a hot pot of coffee slams into the side of his face.
By the way, that pot of coffee is going at 77 miles per hour right now.
So I'm saying it happens all at the same time here. The coffee pot is going to crash into the side of his face. Scalding hot liquid will splash and go down his shirt and everything. He ends up taking a light wound from this because of the scalding hot liquid and the small bits of glass that are impacted into the side of his face. Bear, as you're leaping over the counter to try to wrestle with Kevin, he is already pulling up a H&K submachine gun.
Of course he is.
Because he's prepared for just about anything. So he sees you coming over the counter at him, and he kicks himself back to where he's now like leaned up back against the drawers and everything in the kitchen with the gun pulled up as you come over the counter, shouting at you to put your hands up, get down on the ground, don't move. And then Ghost, it's back to you for the final turn of this combat pass.
So how big was this explosion?
It's noticeable by your drone. It looks like about as big of an explosion as, say, like a small transformer or something, just going up pretty quick. It's a big flash and then done.
Okay, is the person still running, or are they down, or?
You have no idea.
All right,
It
well,
doesn't look like there's a person.
I'm gonna keep sending my spy drone over there to like look.
Okay. As it gets closer, you notice that whatever this was some kind of contraption, maybe a drone,
Ruthenium paint? That's interesting. Well, that makes sense. All right, well, do I have time to do anything else, or?
Yeah. What else did you want to do?
I'll spin the Guardian drone. I'll spin Bullseye around to look back into the window and see what's going on in there.
Okay. Quick glance through the Bullseye drone. It looks like everybody's dove for cover away from the window. And now, everybody, please re-roll your initiatives. All right. Once again, Ghost is kicking us off.
All right, over the comms.
Who should I shoot?
And then I'll delay my action.
Bear, you and the orc are going at the same time. So what would you like to do as you come over the side here?
So Kevin is just across the kitchen. I assume it's fairly narrow.
Yes, it's very narrow.
All right. I just want to use my hop keto to try and grab his gun and force it up and away.
Okay, he takes a shot at you as soon as you try to grab for the gun.
Okay. Can I use combat pool to dodge?
You can use combat pool to dodge, yes. You need target number 4. All right, you're going to need to make a body roll for me as you didn't fully clean dodge.
Okay.
Looks like you're going to take a light wound as this the shot grazes your arm as you lunge for it.
All right. Now can I initiate that grab?
Sure can.
All right. What I want to do is grab the gun and kind of like shove it back in his face.
Yeah, roll your martial arts skill with any combat pool that you'd like to add to it, and he will roll his. He needs 4s, you need 5s, and he smacks your hands away. So he still has 1 left over.
I would then say disable Kevin in the subvocal to Ghost.
Maging, this cop basically takes a blind fire shot at you. Here we go. Shot rings out, misses you completely, goes wide into the wall. But, I mean, you could tell it was aimed in your direction. It is now your turn, Amaging.
All right. What is around me that I can use for cover?
You could dive behind the couch where the troll's body has slumped back up against it, and the other agent that's here has dove at the girl and he has pulled her off the couch. They have rolled down onto the floor, and he is over her with his body covering her. So you can either dive behind the couch, or you could make a quick run and jump into the bathroom and shut the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the bathroom, and as I'm sprinting over there, I'm casting armor on myself.
Okay, and then you're jumping into the bathroom. Okay,
just long dive.
All right, give me that athletics roll. Ghost, do you want to undelay?
Do I have a clear shot at Kevin?
No.
Okay. Then
The window looks primarily just into the living room. You'd have to move the drone to try to get an angle onto Kevin, and even then he would still be getting partial cover.
Okay. Well, then what I'm going to do is take a shot at the cop who pulled his gun and shot with the blind fire, because clearly that's the guy that's shooting right now. So I am going to shoot him. Is he like laying down?
Yep.
Like, so is the bottom of the chair in the way?
You can see he's laying back with the gun held up.
Okay.
And then he's got one hand. He looks kind of like this with one hand on the side of his face, and the gun is held up in front of him as the scalding coffee is on the whole one side of his face and draining down his shirt, and he's yelling and very, very angry.
All right, then I guess here's what I'm going to do. I am going to called shot his hand.
That has the gun?
Yes.
Okay.
No, his other hand. It's not holding the gun.
Well, that'd be the side of his face, which might as well just call shot his head at that point. That's what you're doing.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just letting you know.
I'm trying to avoid killing these guys if we can.
Yeah, please do.
But if we can't, then I'm just going to kill everybody.
Hey, how about that? He only takes a serious wound, meaning you blow the entire palm of his hand off. So it's like fingers and a nice circular hole in his hand where his gun was. The gun is also now useless, clattering to the ground as it falls out of his wounded hand as he screams louder in pain. Ghost is back to you for the start of this turn after you've already taken your shot and horribly wounded that orc FBI agent. What would you like to do now?
Can I move the drone to get a better look at Kevin? Get a different angle on him?
Yeah, you can move the drone to get a better angle. He's still got partial cover. You try and take a shot at him. What do you want to do? You can see like the lower part, his lower half.
Can I just delay my turn again?
Sure, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, right now you're seeing him wrestling around with Bear, and right now he has the upper hand. They're both on the floor, but he has the SMG trained on Bear.
Okay. No, if that's the case, I can see his legs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying they're wrestling around with each other. So if you miss, there's the potential that you hit Bear instead.
Bear's got a body of 11. So what all can I see on him?
You can see like his lower half, like his legs and everything is there. This Bear's kind of wrestling on top of him. They're going back and forth, kind of rolling around in the floor.
All right, I'm just gonna shoot him in the knee then, or the back of the knee or whatever.
Called shot to the knee as he's moving. Okay, so you just shoot into the room. Shot goes somewhere in the kitchen.
I think you just parted my hair.
All right, so Bear, you and the orc are going at the same time. What would you like to do?
I would like to grab for Kevin's gun again and eject the magazine.
Okay. He again smacks your hands away, and now he's up. He's gonna stand up on his feet as he smacks you away, pointing the SMG down at you, telling you to stay down on the ground and don't move. All right, Ghost, this is your last turn.
Can I called shot the gun now that he's standing up?
Sure can.
I have no combat pool, so I only get to roll 6 dice now instead of 12.
All right, shot rings into the kitchen.
Does it hit?
It misses. It misses him. Misses the gun. And
Unfortunately, it goes into the microwave, which happens to be on because they were making popcorn. The microwave explodes, killing Kevin and ending the fight, right?
no, it doesn't.
Okay.
However, while all that is going on, the orc that is shot in the hand and scalded on the face is making a run for the door, and then it's reroll initiative. You get to react first.
All right, well, I'm doing the same thing I did last time. I'm going to called shot the gun.
It hasn't changed, so 12.
All right. What has changed is I have all my combat pool back.
Disables the gun. It would shatter right in front of both of you.
For flavor, can I, out of the drone, just go,
Drop it, creep.
Kevin drops the cylindrical object at his feet. Barrett's gonna go.
I would like to throw all my combat pool into lurching forward and punching him as hard as I can directly in the balls.
You go to punch him square in the nuts, and he just jumps right out of the way as your fist connects hard into the cabinet behind him. Man, he's fast.
Guy is so fast.
Almost like he was built to combat Shadowrunners. Amazing! You finally have 2 turns. What are you going to do with your first turn? You're in the bathroom.
Can I like crack the door and look out and see what I see?
Sure. Quick glance around the room. You hear "drop it, creep" from outside the window. You see Kevin has jumped up, or is in the process of jumping. You can't see what Bear's doing. You see the orc that shot at you lurching across the floor. He's halfway around the corner for the hallway to make it to the door, and you don't know where you don't know where the other agent and the girl are because they're on the other side of the couch. You can't see them.
What made you say, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The made you say.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, well, he's got Kevin. I don't know what the drone's doing right now. I just heard shots fired. But I see that orc crawling away.
Yes, he is crawling away.
All right, what's his willpower?
4.
Okay. I'm gonna do stun bolt. At.
Are you sure?
Yeah, at force 4, because we definitely don't want to be killing these agents.
What? Come on.
I mean, we're already in enough trouble as is, but you know, I'm casting as a deadly.
A deadly stun. Okay.
Yeah, deadly stun bolt.
Looks like he stops moving.
All right, good.
Well, at the start of this turn, the first thing that happens is there's a giant bright flash. This hits everybody since Amaging you opened the door. So
Crack the door.
yeah, that's enough for a flash. Everybody is temporarily blinded unless you have specific cyberware that helps you with this.
Or astral vision.
Yeah, I suppose you could drop into astral vision really quick.
Can I roll reaction to flip down my protective eye covers?
I would have let you had you made a play for the dropped cylinder that happened on your turn, but you went for the punch to the crotch instead, so...
I mean, who doesn't love a good dick punch?
Well...
I would
Now
say
you
the
suffer.
person being dick punched.
Or then the world starts to come back to you. You're the only ones in the room.
What do I see in astral vision?
In astral vision, you see 3 people running out of the apartment complex, or
Alright.
out of this apartment. 3 people are running out. There's 3 people that are running out that you can see in the astral. You can fire off 1 stun bolt.
Okay. Which one of them is Kevin? Because I assume there's 2 of them, or one of them has their hands on the shoulders of the other one, leading them out of the room.
Maybe.
Is that a maybe? Or is that a yes? Is that a no?
It's like all 3 of them are really bunched up together.
The one at the front of the pack.
That's who you want to shoot at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fire away. Looks like the person stumbles a little bit but keeps their feet and they continue running. And then as the flash dissipates, you're the only ones left in the room aside from a headless Mario. Oh, and a passed out orc.
You guys should probably run.
You want to take the orc, Amaging, as I, rub my eyes?
No.
Bargaining chip, but okay. I mean, we already assaulted an officer. What's a little kidnapping? A little light kidnapping between friends. Are all your parts still connected? Are you good?
Yes. Yeah, I'm fine. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, let's go. And then book it.
Okay. You guys book it down the stairs back out of the apartment complex. Back to your waiting limousine, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. As you get to the limousine and you're getting ready to jump in, you will notice that the door to the back of the limousine to get in is already open and ajar. The limousine is on and running, still idling. And there are 2 bodies that are right outside the door of the limo. Both of them have at least 3 or 4 gunshots into them.
Do we recognize the bodies?
No, you've never seen these guys before in your life.
I'm ripping the door open and looking for Spider.
Well, the door's already ajar and open, so when you look inside, there is no spider.
Rip open the driver's side door.
Out falls the body of the driver as he suffered a 1-tap headshot. Slumps out as soon as you open the door.
All right, I'll just be over here having a panic attack. Amaging. Keep running.
Yeah, I didn't stop. I kept on running. I'm going down, ducking down alleyways. Once I can make it down an alleyway, I'm casting invisibility on myself.
Okay, so you guys are just running.
I'm freaking out. Calling
All right.
Ghost, eyes on Spider. Where's her RFID tag?
Where is her RFID tag?
Are you going to scan for it?
Sure.
You think you catch it blip every once in a while. It is moving fast away from where you guys currently are.
It's on the move. I'm having trouble tracking it. Not really what it's meant for.
I'll relay the information about the corpses outside the limo, and she is likely moving against her will.
Okay. I mean, I can try to follow this thing.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I'll try to follow it.
Okay. Roll me your sensors again. You're getting a better lock on it. It's definitely a vehicle that's moving fast that she's in, and she's moving out of the downtown area.
Can I get a general direction?
If she keeps heading the direction that she's going, you can surmise that she's headed somewhere into the Bellevue area.
Headed north. I'll try to keep on it.
Can I start the Roadmaster up and start taking off in that direction?
Yeah, you sure can.
And then, do you want me to make another test to keep following it?
Yeah, make one more test. Meanwhile, Amaging and Bear, you're dipping down alleyways, hiding left and right as you hear the sirens start to go off. Lone Star is responding to the disturbance of shots fired.
10 on that sensor test.
Okay, you're still able to keep track of it.
Okay, well, I want to just follow it until I figure out where they're at, or where she's gone.
All right. So, Bear and Amaging, you can finally get to a spot after you've been running for 20 or 30 minutes, ducking this way or that in between alleyways and buildings. You finally feel like you're safe. You have a decent distance away from the sirens. You can still hear them off in the distance, but they don't sound particularly close.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give Otto a call.
Hello?
Hey, we need you to meet you. We need you to meet us. Spider's been kidnapped.
Oh, okay. Where are you guys, like, out front?
So I'll give him an address and tell him to call a cab to come bring you here.
Do cabs come out this far in the Barrens? I don't know how far that place is, but like an hour or two.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Okay. All right, I'll see you then. And I'm gonna finish whatever I was eating and then start walking, I guess.
Okay.
You mean whoever you were eating?
Oh,
Thank you. I was waiting for it.
Bear and Amaging, are you guys just gonna hang out for an hour?
We gotta get Otto here, so
Okay, that's fair. Hanging out
Taco
for an
Temple?
hour.
Yeah, with my gunshot wounds, that won't
Yes.
raise any eyebrows.
You have a body of 11, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
In
Oh,
fact,
yeah,
it's like Taco Temple. I'm sure that's a normal thing for them. Taco Temple is like the Waffle House of the Sixth World. Okay?
It really is, though.
Like gunshot wounds, like bleeding, or like, if there's not every type of bodily fluid in the restaurant at the end of the shift, something went wrong.
40-ish minutes later, Otto, you'll be dropped off to the location that was provided to the cab. You are standing outside of one of the many Taco Temple locations that can be found in glorious downtown Seattle.
Gross. All right. I'll go inside and start looking at auras until I recognize at least Amaging, because I don't know who else is there.
You definitely recognize both Bear and Amaging's aura whenever you walk in.
All right. I'll head over. So, who kidnapped Spider?
we're waiting on Ghost to tell us where they're taking her.
Okay. What were you guys up to? Because, the whole thing happened and FBI reveal, and then I just left. So I've just kind of been chilling for the last couple hours. How'd it go?
We committed a few light felonies, and then Spider's just gone.
Okay, so kind of a normal day for the most part, from what it sounds like. Besides the spider disappearing, but even then. All right, well, I guess we wait for Ghost.
While you're waiting, Bear, your phone starts ringing, and it's a call from Spider. You'll never guess the lovely gift that was just given to me today. Or I guess you will, because I'm calling from their phone. Don't worry. I plan on putting a bullet back in her head, and this time, I won't miss.
You don't have to worry about me coming for you. She'll kill you herself.
I don't think so. Not this time. But don't worry, I'll make sure I video it all so I can send it to you in glorious high definition so you can live with it for the rest of your natural life. I'm gonna enjoy every minute of this. Ghost, you have the location of where Spider was brought. You were able to track it to a house that's in this suburban-esque neighborhood.
Okay. Well, I will find the most discreet place I can park if there's a strip mall or something like that where I can pull this giant rig behind it like I'm making a delivery or something. And after I do a quick drive-by and get the address and all that, and I'll text Bear, you owe me the biggest favor, and then the address.
I'll send back a heart emoji.
No, you won't, because that's
Okay.
where we're gonna end.
Yeah, that's my line. That's where we're gonna end.
Thanks so much for spending your time with us. We appreciate everybody who enjoys our shows enough to keep coming back for more every single episode and enjoys our stories every single week. If you're an audio listener, do us a huge favor. Please head over to our YouTube channel, shoot us a quick subscribe, comment on the video, like it, whatever. Just basically interact with it because it helps us push Shadowrun to other people that might not know about our podcast. And if you are a YouTube watcher, you can do us a favor and go over to one of our podcasting platforms like Spotify or Apple Podcasts and give it a 5-star rating and leave a review. Those are the only real ways these big platforms can actually tell how to push our content and who to push it to. So those things are free for you. They do a lot for us, and we appreciate you taking the time to go over and just push the buttons for us real quick. Speaking of support, a special thank you to all of our patrons out there who help us keep the lights on and the bills paid. Making content has a few costs involved with it, and we literally couldn't do this without our patrons. So thank all of you who support us over on patreon.com/critical_hits. We've got runners like Crimson Gecko, Bear, The Rogue 404, Absolute Drekstorm Podcast, Tim, John, Tommy, Martin, Michael, Niles, Flatty1 Gaming, Manic, Sander, Winter, Jim, the musician, Shadow Dagger, Oliver, Ancient Relic, Rende, the What the Dice podcast, Dat Booty, Techno Druid, Con 9000, MS, and our 2 newest patrons, Travis and Asthma Admiral. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate your support. You guys all help us keep bringing our stories to you every single week. We're humbled and grateful to have a great community of members like you who go the extra mile and help us make sure that we can continue to make content for you. If you're out there and you're interested in supporting us on Patreon, you can get some exclusive perks like early access to our podcast episodes, exclusive content like our Worm Talk episodes, where patrons get to post questions for the cast or the guests that we have, and we will answer them for you on the podcast. Digital downloads like character art whenever we get it made for a new season, community NPC crafting whenever we have it available, and of course, our patron shout out at the end of every SINless episode. $5 million a month is all it costs. We try to keep it as affordable as possible and get you guys as many benefits as we can for that low price. So if you're interested in joining our exclusive runner team, you can do it on patreon.com/critical_hits. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the shadows. The Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sound, audio, video, and or any proprietary materials used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. has granted permission to Critical Hits to use such names, logos, artwork, photographs, sound, audio, video, and or any proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with Critical Hits in any official capacity whatsoever.